cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. I've been doing a lot of videos on this Tory Lanez thing, right? And a lot of people were putting out a lot of stuff, and I did my videos just saying how in my head, in my mind, nothing about this attack on Tory Lanez seems legit. As far as there's no way that the dude that hit him is a GP inmate. Now, as you see from the thumbnail and the title, there is a person with the same exact name, Santino Casio, who in 2002 killed at the age of 20, Santino Sonny Casio killed his 13-year-old girlfriend. Let me say that again. A 20-year-old with the same exact name as the guy that attacked Tory Lanez in 2002. He was allegedly, he killed, was found guilty of killing a 13-year-old girl that lived with him, ran away from home, and was his girlfriend. This goes back to everything I said in my other videos. There ain't no, Tory Lanez is in protective custody. I don't know who these dudes are. I don't know who these dudes are that Spider Lope talked to, but if they are saying they are on the same yard with Santino Casio, I don't see how that's a 50-50 yard with those kind of charges. Santino Casio obviously had some bad charges and was on the yard that was built for him. I stick to it to where I've seen what he looks like. I see that he has a satanic pentagram on him. The way his tattoos look, I don't see this as an individual that's playing with a full deck. Obviously, with the charges that he has, the murder he was convicted of, ain't nothing cool about that guy. I see that they're saying in the media that he has an assault with a deadly weapon on his jacket. He was also caught another case for possession of a weapon. I don't know. I mean, imagine this dude who has victimized a child, and now Tory Lanez has those type of charges. I'm willing to bet that he's an EOP, but we refer to as a JCAT, meaning somebody on medication. Those guys, when I was in Pelican Bay, B facility, 3 building, B and C section had EOP dudes. A section was GP. And those EOPs used to come out to yard with all of us. And I remember during the riot, there were some EOPs that got hit. And, they used to try to mingle EOPs with GPs. And there were times where EOPs got killed in the cell, or the EOPs killed somebody in the cell. I can remember clearly a specific case where an EOP, he killed someone who was related to someone, and that person got out of the shoe and wound up in that same, actually in Tehachapi, same prison, and wound up stabbing the sergeant that okayed that move. Once again, Tehachapi, right? But so for all these people that they were saying it was a Southsider that hit him, that's definitely not a Southsider, definitely not a Norteño, definitely not a Bulldog. That's someone who does not live a GP life. And so for everybody getting riled up and wanting to say that there's going to be a race war, that guy is not considered part of anybody's race. And if we're going to listen to the story that Poetic Flaco told, that Tory Lanez has all this money and he's paying for people to, you know, be his bodyguards and his muscle and all that. You know, perfect example when Poetic Flaco says that Tory Lanez is excelling at being a convict. This weirdo should have never been able to get within 10 feet of him. So Tory Lanez learned a valuable lesson. He's lucky to have survived it. This dude, if he is an EOP, he's going to go sit in one of those crazy ass PSU shoes. That's the shoe for the dudes that are on medication. He'll go sit back there probably for 3 or 4 years and then show up on another yard and J-Cat out on somebody else and hurt somebody else. This is just another example of why you don't want to be behind those walls. That can't, I'm as I'm talking to you guys, I'm just thinking like I don't see how that was a 50-50 yard. Not somebody with that type of case. But, you know, there's some clarity for people. Now people know his face is out there. And it was an LA Times article. I'll put a picture of it on here so you guys can see it. You guys can go look for it. And I did the math. His birthday must be coming up any minute because in 2002, when this weirdo killed the little girl, he was 20 years old. And it says he's 42 now, so he should be turning 43 sometime this year. Who gives a fuck, right? But I think it's important for all the content creators that are trying to stir up the pot, make it a black and brown thing. The dude that moved on Tory Lanez was a bona fide weirdo, not associated or affiliated with any Mexican group. I'm telling you that I'm willing to bet this dude was on medication and somehow, some way slid through the cracks and was able to do this. Whatever. I mean, to me, it doesn't matter if that was a GP or SNY yard, 50-50 yard. I just felt from jump, something ain't right. None of it adds up. And now it does. Now it makes perfect sense on how this dude was able to do what he did because of where he is. I'll go ahead and keep this short, man. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them, man. I'm out of here.